Yeah. In the last class, we talked about friction and a few questions based on that. Let us go further. Mhm. This has become slow. Question. Hmm. So this is a 5 kg block and it has been projected upward, as you can see, with 20 meter per second. Find number 1 acceleration of block, number 2 distance moved by the block before stopping. Distance moved by the block before it comes to rest. It comes to rest. Please tell. Everyone, please tell. You're still posting good morning. Acceleration, Amod is saying 3 meters per second square. Very good, Amod. Very good. You are consistent. Now it becomes -3. Interesting. Last 2 minutes, everyone. Quickly give me the answer, otherwise I'll solve. All right. Pay attention, everyone. mg will be acting like this. Okay. mg cos 53 will be like this. That means 5g cos 53. mg sin 53. That means 5g sin 53. N will be like this. And remember, as the block is going up, friction will be here. Fk. Fk. So what we can see is, pay attention, perpendicular to incline, n minus 5g cos 53 is equal to 0, and that gives us n is equal to 5g. 5 into 10 into cos 53 is 3 by 5. All right. So that gives us, my dear friends, n is equal to 30 newtons. Now, apart from that, Fk will be mu Kn. Mu is 0.5 and n is 30. So Fk comes out to be 15 Newton. So F net, listen very carefully. F net will be m 5g sin 53. 5g sin 53 plus Fk, because both are acting downward. 5g sine 53. So 50 into sine 53 is 4 by 5 plus 15. So that becomes 40 plus 15 is 55 Newton. My dear friend, A is equal to F net by M, and that is 55 by 5, 11 meters per second square, and as it is downward, so it will be negative. As it is downward, so it will be negative. So acceleration is minus 11. Amod bhaiya, your answer was wrong. That's why I said you are consistent. Okay, consistent. Now, using this, u is equal to 20 meters per second. A is equal to minus 11 meters per second square. और v is equal to 0 क्योंकि जब ऊपर पहुंच जाएगा its velocity will be 0 at that moment. S is equal to question mark. Sir, there are background noises.
So please scroll up a little bit.
Now is it better, Mr. Pranil? Mr. Pranil, is it better now? Thank you so much. So by v square is equal to u square plus 2s. By v equal to u square plus 2s. Old TV was on. Is was on? Huh? Mr. Ahmod, nice try once again. So v square is 0 square is equal to u square is 20 square plus 2 into a is minus 11 into s. And that gives us s is equal to 20 into 20, 2 into 11. That becomes 200 by 11. S is equal to 200 by 11 meters. This is the answer. Everyone, please note quickly. Please note quickly. Please note quickly. Noted?
So scroll up a little bit.
बहुत बढ़िया.
Done, sir.
All right. Now, let me give you a practical demonstration verbally, and then we'll be learning something new. Suppose there is a block of, let's say, mass m. All right. And then there is a string which passes over a pulley, and then there is a pan. This pan is massless. This pan is massless. Okay. Here friction is there, or you can say rough. All right. Now listen very carefully, everyone. Because the string is same throughout, tension will be same throughout in the string. All right. All right. Now, initially, as the pan is massless, there is no force downward, so no tension here and no tension here. right? Now if you see, the block is at rest. This is the block. The block is at rest, and if tension is 0, then there would be no friction required. There would be no friction required. So F will be 0. Correct? Why? Because block is not trying to move. So if block is not trying to move, friction will not act in the beginning. Alright? Now what you did, you took some mass and you put it in the pan. Let's say this. So you took this mass small m and you put it in the pan, or let me call it M1. So M1G now will act downward, and because of this M1G, there will be some tension in the string. Let's say tension becomes T1. Let's say tension becomes T1. So as the tension is T1 here, T1 will be the tension here. Alright. And the pan or block is not moving. So what you can write is, pay attention everyone. T1 minus M1G is equal to 0. So T1 comes out to be M1G. T1 comes out to be M1G. So T1 became M1G here. T1 became M1G here. And still the block is not moving. So pay attention. Now there will be friction. Now there will be friction. So let's say that friction becomes F1. So what you
Excuse
can
me,
write?
sir.
Yes.
So could you please explain M1G part again?
What I am saying is, you have put the mass M1. So as the mass is M1, M1G will act downward. Tension will be acting upward and the pan is not moving. So F resultant is equal to MA. F resultant means T1 minus M1G, and that is equal to 0. That is equal
Okay,
to
sir.
0. Here also tension will be acting T1. So T1 is acting in right direction due to string. Block is not moving. That means friction will be now F1. F1 will be in opposite direction. So F1 minus M1G is equal to 0. So F1 becomes M1G. Alright. Now when you saw that M1 is not sufficient, you made the mass as M2. Okay. So what you did, you changed the mass and made it as M2. So when you made the mass M2, the downward force will be M2G. Tension now will become T2. T2 will become M2G. T2 will become M2G. And still, everyone please pay attention. Still the block is not moving. So what will happen? T2 minus M2G is equal to 0, and T2 will be M2. T2 will be M2G.
M2G.
So now when T2 is M2G, F will become F2. So what you can write is F2 minus M2G is equal to 0, and F2 will be M2G. F2 will be M2G. Okay. So that will be the value of F2, and still the block is not moving. So by doing so,
What is F2?
F2 is friction at that moment.
Okay, sir.
Friction is also changing, no?
So to the right it is T2 is equal to M2G, no?
Yes. Now it is T2 is equal to M2G. So what is happening, as we are increasing the mass in pan, the value of friction is also changing. The value of friction is also changing, and it will keep on changing up to a certain value. So suppose if mass becomes much greater, let's say m dash, and then the pen starts moving, that means up to that extent block will remain at rest. Block will remain at rest. So what we are observing in this whole exercise, we are observing that the friction is changing its value from 0 up to a certain extent. From 0 to a certain extent, but not beyond that. Not beyond that. And this value of friction is called limiting friction. This value of friction is called limiting friction. And this type of friction is called static friction. So please write static friction. Static friction.
So could you please scroll up a bit?
Why don't you guys note it when I was writing such slowly?
Yes, sir, done.
Static friction. It is the friction which acts between two objects It is the friction which acts between two objects surfaces when uh, relative slipping when relative slipping is not occurring between them. When relative slipping is not occurring between them. When relative slipping is not occurring between them. What does it mean? That means one object is not moving on another object or with respect to another object. That is, when one object is not moving, when one object is not moving with respect to another object. Okay. So in such case, the friction acting between the two is called static friction. In such case, the friction acting between the two is called static friction. The symbol for static friction is Fs. S for static. So the value of Fs, value of static friction, can be anything from 0 to Fs max. Value of static friction can be anything between 0 to Fs max. Value
So it is not
of
fixed.
was
So,
it
so it
fixed
is,
in our example? Was it fixed in our example?
no, sir.
Yes, so it is not fixed. It changes as per the requirement. So value of static friction
Okay, sir.
can be between 0 to Fs. Anything between 0 to Fs max. Okay. That means also what you can write is static friction can change its value. Static friction can change its value from static friction can change its value. Okay. Let it be because rest we have written earlier. Its value can change from 0 to Fs max.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So Fs max will be the friction when the object starts moving.
Yes. Yes. We'll be talking about it. So static friction can change its value. Let me call it magnitude to be more clear. Static friction can change its direction. static friction can change its direction also. Static friction can change its direction also. So it can change its magnitude, it can change its direction, both as per the requirement. Okay, as per the requirement. Let me write that also. What will decide the change? As per the requirement. Okay. Maximum value of static friction. Maximum value of static friction is called limiting friction. Limiting friction. Fs max. Fs max. Okay. So maximum value of static friction is limiting friction and it is called as Fs max. Now this Fs max is proportional to n and that gives us Fs max is equal to mu Sn. Fs max is equal to mu Sn. Alright. What is mu S here? Here mu S is coefficient of static friction. Here mu S is coefficient of static friction. Here mu S is coefficient of static friction. Okay. Here mu S is coefficient of static friction. Now let me tell you one fact. Usually mu S is greater than mu K. Usually mu S is greater than mu K. That means coefficient of static friction is more than coefficient of kinetic friction. Okay. If nothing is given, if not separately given, we can take okay, mu S is equal to mu K is equal to mu. अगर मान लीजिए क्वेश्चन में you have not been given separate value of mu S and mu K and only mu is given and you need to solve the question, then you can take mu S is equal to mu K is equal to mu. But be very clear, you are just trying to complete the task. Actually it should be different. All right.
So to find static friction, we need to use mu k also.
No, you need to use mu S, but if it is not given, then you need to use only mu which is given to you.
So we
All
should
right.
just assume it is equal.
Yes, if it is not given
Okay, sir.
separately.
Okay, sir.
बात समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question. find Fs max number 2 Fk for the block. Please find. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. So what you can observe is tangent will be acting downward, n will be acting upward, and you can write n minus tangent is equal to 0, and that gives us n is equal to 100 Newton. N is equal to 100 Newton. Now using this, Fs max is equal to mu Sn. Mu s is 0.3 and n is 100. So Fs max will be 30 Newton. Fs max will be 30 Newton. Fk will be mu Kn. Fk will be 0.2 into 0.2 into 100. That will be 20 Newton. These are the answers. These are the answers. I'm happy to see that most of you have solved it correctly. Most of you have solved it correctly. That is quite good to see. Now, I'm making some changes in the question and asking you a separate question. Okay, good everyone. And the question is not much different.
Sir, can you scroll up a bit? Yes, sir. Thank you.
So this is again 10 kg mu s is equal to 0.3 mu k is equal to 0.2, and this is F. So the question goes like this: find friction, find friction and acceleration of block if F is A 0 Newton, B 15 Newton, C 25 Newton, D 35 Newton. So you need to tell me the value of friction and acceleration. You need to tell me the value of friction and acceleration if the value of F is, if the value of F is 0, 15, 25, 35. चलो बताओ। Aradhya got one answer and he stopped. Amod solved all parts and stopped. Yes, solved all parts and stopped. Everyone, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Pay attention, everyone. Enough time has been given. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Find acceleration, find friction and acceleration of block if F is. So let us put F is equal to 0 as it is given in the first case. Alright. We already know in the back of our mind, we have done the calculations that Fs max is equal to 30 Newton and Fk is equal to 20 Newton. Alright. Now try to understand, as this F is 0, alright, applied force is 0. Is there any need for friction to act on the object? No. There is no need for the friction to act. Why? Because if friction will act, let's say 1 Newton, suppose, if friction will act 1 Newton in backward direction, then there will be a resultant force on the object in backward direction. And you will see that object is moving, which is not possible, because in that case friction will start acting in opposite direction, right? Because friction opposes the relative motion. So that's not possible. Fs cannot be 1. Fs cannot be 1. So when F applied is 0, Fs will be 0. When F applied is 0, friction will be static. Friction will be, type will be static. Value of F will be 0 Newton, and as it is 0 Newton, acceleration will be 0. Why? Because F resultant is 0. Any doubt in this, anyone? 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 All right. All right. So this is first. Now, when force becomes 15 Newton, so let us make F is equal to 15 now. Pay attention, everyone. 15 Newton force is acting in right direction, right? So when 15 Newton force is acting in right direction, the block will have tendency to move in right direction, but there is friction available and Fs max can act up to 30 Newton. So the moment you have made F is equal to 15 Newton, there will be a message sent, sir, the block is moving. Okay, Fs max is asking how much is the force applied. It will say, sir, 15 Newton. Okay, how much we can spend to stop the block? Static friction says 30 Newton. Okay, apply 15. Block should not move. So when you have applied 15 Newton towards right, force will still be static. Force will still be static, and friction this time will be 15 Newton, and acceleration this time also will be 0, and block will not move. Block will not move. All right. So this time also,
Can you please repeat how you did
what?
that? Sir, no, can you please repeat?
What I am saying, when you have applied external force as 15 Newton towards right, the block will have tendency to move towards right, but static friction, which does not allow the object to move, can be up to 30 Newton. So static friction will exert 15 Newton in backward direction, and the block will not be allowed to move, because 15 towards
Okay.
right, 15 towards left, net force is 0, and as net force is 0, block will not move.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
Yes. So
Yes.
this is when F is equal to 15 Newton. Now in next case, when this F becomes 25 Newton, when this F become 25 Newton, everyone please pay attention. Again, a message will be sent, sir, this time force has been increased. Static friction is asking how much it has become. Sir, 25 Newton. Then static friction asks how much we can exert to stop the block. Sir, 30 Newton we can exert. Okay, apply 25 Newton. Block should not move. Block should not move. So static friction will spend 25 Newton from its pocket to ensure that block is stationary. Alright. So even in case of 25 Newton, force will be static, value will be now 25 Newton, acceleration will still be 0. Acceleration will still be 0. Alright. Now in next case, F becomes 35 Newton. F becomes 35 newtons, right? So when F becomes 35 newtons, again the message is sent, sir, the force has increased now. Okay, how much is that? Sir, it is 35 Newton. Then static friction is asking how much we can spend to stop the object. Sir, only 30. Acha, this time requirement is more. We have only 30 Newton force. Sorry, we cannot stop. Surrender. So, static friction will surrender in this case. The moment static friction surrenders, kinetic friction comes into picture. So this time force will be Fk, and value of Fk is fixed. How much is that? It remains 20 Newton. So this time force will be kinetic. So when it is kinetic, Fk will be 20 Newton. Now acceleration, everyone please pay attention. Acceleration will be F resultant by m. That means 35 minus 20, 35 minus 20 upon 10. So 35 minus 20 is 15 upon 10, and that is 1.5 meters per second square. So acceleration will be 1.5 meters per second square. Answer. So this will be the answer. This will be the answer, everyone. Please note. Please note and tell me if you have any doubt. Any doubt, any question, anyone? Okay, okay, good. Next question. All right. m, this is mu. So question is find minimum value of f applied on the object. Find minimum value of f applied on the object such that it starts to move. Okay, please find everyone.
So you should give the answer in inequalities now.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Let me tell you, all your answers are wrong. Pay attention, everyone. Pay attention. If you apply force in this direction, okay? If I am starting with if, remember that. If you apply force in this direction, mg will be acting downward, n will be acting upward. So what you can see is n minus mg is equal to 0, and n will be mg in that case, and fs max will be mu n. So fs max is equal to mu mg. So fs max will be acting in this direction. So if you are applying f is equal to fs max, it should move. So f just equal to mu mg, it should move, right? Right? But that is not the question. That is not the question. Read the question carefully. Question says find minimum value of f applied on the object such that it starts to move. Such that it starts to move, right? By assuming that the f is acting in horizontal direction, you have already made up of your mind. So when you have already made your mind, you will be getting the answer what you want. You won't be getting the answer what is being asked. You won't be getting the answer what is being asked. So let me change the whole thing. I'm using orange color to explain the whole thing. This part is wrong. Okay. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Rather than assuming that the force F is acting horizontally, rather than assuming that force is acting horizontally, I am assuming, शांत रहे मिस्टर आराध्य, आपका समय निकल चुका है. I am assuming that force is acting as F, making an angle theta with the horizontal, as you can see. Okay. So if F is the force exerted, if F is the force exerted like this, I can resolve this F into two components. I can resolve this F into two components. One will be F cos theta and one will be F sin theta along this. One F cos theta along this and one F sin theta along this. Okay. So along vertical, what you can see is n plus f sin theta, n plus f sin theta, this is along vertical, minus mg, and it is equal to 0. Why? Because the block is not flying in air, nor it is going down in the earth. It is not breaking the ground and going inside the earth, right? So in vertical direction, net force should be equal to 0. So because of that, we can say n is equal to f sin theta minus mg. So n comes out to be, my dear friends, mg minus f sin theta. पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. N comes out to be mg minus f sin theta. Now along horizontal, along, what is this? Along horizontal, along horizontal, what you can see is f cos theta, which is along the right direction, minus fs max, which is along the left direction, and the object is just moving. So we are considering acceleration almost equal to 0. So let us put it equal to 0. So f cos theta minus fs max is equal to 0. Now how much will be fs max? So Fs max will be nothing but mu n. Fs max will be nothing but mu n. So Fs max comes out to be mu is mu and n is mg minus f sine theta. Mg minus f sine theta. All right. So f cos theta minus fs max. So fs max is mu mg minus f sine theta, and that is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. So that gives us f cos theta minus mu mg plus mu f sine theta is equal to 0. So f, let's take it common. Cos theta plus mu sine theta is equal to mu mg. So that gives us f is equal to mu mg upon cos theta plus mu sine theta. Now if you remember from our discussion earlier, we have done one discussion that value of a sine theta plus b cos theta. So that value lies between under the root of a square plus b square, right? And that value lies between minus under root of a square plus b square. Now we want force to be minimum, correct? So this value should be maximum, and the maximum value will be, here it is 1, here it is mu. So f min is equal to mu mg upon under the root of 1 plus mu square. This will be the answer. This will be the answer. This is one of its kind single question. Remember the value, remember the method, both. Okay, everyone, please note.
What is that you wrote over there? You said that f cos theta.
Where f cos theta?
Root of a square plus b square.
Yeah, it is root of a square plus b square.
That is minus root of a square plus b square.
Yeah, this side it is minus and on right side it is plus.
Oh, okay, sir.
No, Sanika, you did not found out max. You did not find max. It was not maximum. Amod, the value of a cos theta plus b sin theta. Value of a cos theta plus b sin theta, maximum is under root of a square plus b square. Minimum is minus under root of a square plus b square. So we have used that to find the minimum value of force. Because the question is saying that you need to find minimum value of F applied such that block starts moving. Okay. Yes, Kamath is saying, sir, please explain once again. Yes, do you want me to explain once again? Yes. Okay. Where is the caps lock champ today? Where is caps lock champ today?
So he is in isolation.
What kind of isolation? Self-isolation
So I
or
don't know. So he was sick.
okay. Okay. Pay attention. Yes, for you. Rather than applying the force F in horizontal, we have applied force F in this direction. Okay, this direction. When the force F is in this direction, you can resolve this force into two components. One along horizontal, that is F cos theta, one along vertical, that is F sin theta. So when you are talking about vertical, N is acting upward, F sin theta is acting upward, mg is acting downward. So N plus F sin theta minus mg becomes 0. N plus F sin theta minus mg becomes 0. N comes out to be mg minus F sin theta. N comes out to be mg minus F sin theta. Now along horizontal, we have F cos theta and we have Fs max. So F cos theta minus Fs max is equal to 0, and that gives us, and apart from that, Fs max is equal to mu n. So we calculated the value of Fs max, which is equal to mu n. So that comes out to be mu times mg minus F sin theta. So then I kept the value of Fs max in this, and we got this equation. F cos theta minus mu times mg minus F sin theta is equal to 0. And then I opened the bracket, and then I found the value of F, which comes out to be mu mg upon cos theta plus mu sin theta. Then I got F is equal to mu mg upon cos theta plus mu sin theta. Now if I want F to be minimum, then this denominator has to be maximum. This denominator has to be maximum. So value of cos theta plus mu sin theta, its maximum value will be under root of 1 plus mu square, and minimum value will be under root of, before that minus sign is there, minus under root of 1 plus mu square. Alright. So that gives us F min is equal to mu mg upon 1 plus mu square. F minimum comes out to be mu mg upon 1 plus mu square. So that is how we get the
So,
answers. Yes.
what we answered mu mg wasn't even the fs.
See, maximum can be any value. Maximum can be any value. It can be infinity also. If you don't want to move, you can increase the value up to any extent.
No, up to which it starts.
That's what I am saying. Maximum can be any value. If you start
Okay,
applying
sir.
force,
Yeah.
if you start applying force in this direction, let's say this direction, F, block will not move.
Yeah, sir.
Correct? आप जाके ब्लॉक के ऊपर बैठ जाओ किस तरह आई एम अप्लाइंग सो मच ऑफ फोर्स ऑन द ब्लॉक इट इज नॉट मूविंग एट ऑल. आपसे खुद से बैठने से मूव नहीं हो रहा, आपने एक फ्रेंड को और बुला लिया कि तुम भी आओ, तुम भी बैठो ब्लॉक के ऊपर. सर वी बोथ आर एक्सर्टिंग फोर्स ऑन द ब्लॉक, ब्लॉक इज नॉट मूविंग. भाई इट डिपेंड्स ऑन इन विच डायरेक्शन यू हैव अप्लाइड द फोर्स. ऑलराइट. Our intention is to move the block with minimum effort. Our intention is not to allow the block to move. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Your answer, the way you are trying to say that it is maximum, no, you have not calculated the maximum. Maximum can be infinity.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Next question. There is a platform and then there is a block kept on it. There is a block kept on it. The platform is rotating. The platform is rotating. Mass of block is m. Friction coefficient is mu. So a block of mass capital M is kept on the platform. A block of mass capital M is kept on the platform of friction coefficient mu. Friction coefficient mu. Full stop. If platform starts rotating, if platform starts rotating as shown, if platform starts rotating as shown, find angle find angle theta at which block will start sliding. Block will start sliding. So please find everyone.
So is the answer theta is equal to tan inverse of nu?
Yes, Chotu.
That's correct.
Yes, Chotu.
Okay.
What is this, Master? DARD. Today, Master is on duty in place of Yash, right? Cos inverse sine theta mu. Very nice, Amod. Very nice. You can add cos inverse, sine inverse, tan inverse, this inverse, that inverse, in universe, I don't know, mu. ऐसे करके बोलो कितना मतलब कैसे कर लेते हो कैसे कर लेते हो पे अटेंशन एवरीवन पे अटेंशन सपोज अच्छा लेट मी टेल यू वन सीक्रेट एवरीवन in physics if they ask that at what angle at what time at which moment, so what you need to do, you assume that that moment has come, you assume that the moment has come and see what is happening at that moment. So for example, now I am assuming that the angle theta has reached and the block is about to slide and the block is about to slide. So m is like this, mg will be act vertically, mg cos theta will be like this, mg sin theta will be like this, n is like this, and remember as the block has tendency to slide downward, fs max will be acting upward, and how much that will be, it will be mu n, it will be mu n. Any doubt, any questions, anyone? So let us solve further. Perpendicular to inclined plane, perpendicular to inclined plane. So what we can see is n minus mg cos theta is equal to 0, n minus mg cos theta, because this is also theta. So n minus mg cos theta is equal to 0. So that gives us n is equal to mg cos theta. All right, equation number 1. Now along the inclined plane, so what we can see is mg sin theta minus fs max is equal to 0, because it is about to start slipping or sliding, right? So mg sin theta minus fs max will be just equal to 0 or 0.00001, right? Which is negligible, so we can put it equal to 0. Now fs max is how much? Fs max, sir has taught us today, is equal to mu n. So that Fs max will be mu into n. N is mg cos theta. Let me write that. So this is this. Let me call this as 2. Let me call this as 3. From 2 and 3. From 2 and 3. So mg sin theta minus mu mg cos theta is equal to 0. Now m will get cancelled. Will get cancelled. So what do we get? GG will also get cancelled. So tan theta is equal to mu, and that gives us theta is equal to tan inverse mu. Tan inverse mu. Answer. Theta is equal to tan inverse mu. So that is how we are getting the answer. That is how we are getting the answer. The questions which we have solved today are good quality questions. I suggest, I request all of you to go through these questions once again because it will help your concept developed in a better way. Okay, so all of you please solve these questions once again, solve these questions once again and get a better understanding. All right, okay everyone, very nice, Sham.
Sir, last class I had given one question, no?
Yes,
And
yes,
sir, and you told to as a homework.
yeah.
So can you solve it now?
What was the question? Can you quickly share the screenshot?
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Share the screenshot quickly, please. Quickly.
Yes, I sent.
On Teams? Okay. The question is find acceleration of block, distance moved by block. भाई अभी तो किया है आज ये question. Hello. We have done this question today.
Okay, sir.
Huh? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Very nice. चेक तो किया करो what we are doing. Yash is saying, sir, the question was before this. What is the question, Yash? Yash, say it quickly. All right. Thank you so much.